Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Life with Patty, and happy Thursday, everybody. So we are here this morning with hashtag Thursday BookTube. This is an open collaboration that is hosted by myself and my friend Daphne over at My Mountain Home and Kitchen. Anybody is welcome to join in, and all you have to do is talk about books or something to do with books. You can talk about color books, kids books, craft books, cookbooks, any kind of books, novels. You can do reviews. You can show us your home library. I've been organizing my bookshelves in my extra bedroom, and those are all to be read books that I have not read yet. I've almost got an entire shelf book of books read in my living room, and I don't know how many times I've had purged all the books that I've read. And so now I've decided I want to keep them and make myself my own home library because I love my books. So I am reading this book, and it's called Lisa Gardner, Find Her. This is not my normal genre of book. I am reading this for book club. And I joined a new book club that I was invited to join. And I like it a lot better than my old book club because we each take a month's turn and we host, and then we get to pick the book. The other book club I belonged to at the library, there was one lady and she picked all the books. And so she picked books that she liked, but not necessarily what I liked. So my friend Nicole picked this book, and it is definitely something that I would never read. And I can't read this at night. I just can't read this at night because it's scary and it's gruesome, and it's just not my style of writing. Now, it's a mystery. That's what it's supposed to be, but it's a violent mystery. So I will read it because she picked it, and it's something that she likes to read. But I had to go back to my friend Danielle and read her book because at night when I'm just relaxing, I've got to read something that's not so violent or scary, So Danielle always comes through with an easy read. I mean, okay, in this book, in the first chapter, the two little sisters, the one little sister dies of cancer, of leukemia. The parents get a divorce. The father remarries and has 3 children. The older daughter graduates high school and goes on to college. This all happens in the first chapter with Danielle Steele. Now, what she's doing is she's setting the tone for you of the background, and she does it fast, and she does that all the time. But she catches you right at the beginning of the book. So now we are on to chapter 2, maybe even chapter 3. And now I know it will kind of draw out. And so the daughter that didn't pass away has graduated college now. She's gotten married and she's had a baby, and she thinks she's had it all down pat exactly how it's supposed to go. And the baby's only 2 days old, and she's having all kinds of problems breastfeeding and whatever. But it's an easy read for me, and it is called The Dark Side. And probably because the older daughter that is Zoe that they're talking about is kind of the dark horse of the family. Her parents divorce, her father remarries and has 2 more children. Her mother goes back to work at the hospital as a nurse and meets a doctor, and they become a couple and they move in together, but her mother won't have any more kids because she was so devastated to lose her young one. So this one, Zoe, she kind of gets forgotten by everybody. She gets forgotten by her father because he's remarried. She gets forgotten by her mother because her mother just couldn't get out of the depression of her sister. But it's still a good book, and it's not a violent book. It's an easy read. So I have to go back to Danielle because the other one is just too violent. Now, if you remember, I did do a review on Royal from Danielle Steele, and I gave it a 4-star out of 5 because it was a good book. And I know that Nona Grace, I sent her a copy because I had an extra copy, and she really liked the book as well. And I have a review on that, so I'm not going to go through it with you now. And since we're talking about Danielle, I think I did a review on this a long time ago called The Pegasus. And it was a great, great book about the World War II. And then they left Germany to join the circus to get out of Germany, a really wealthy family, and they took their horses with them, and they made their new life with their horses in the circus. And it was a super good book. So I just finished this one completely, and it's called Happy Birthday, and it was a cute, sweet book. I enjoyed it immensely. I give it a 4-star. The only reason I'm not giving these 5 stars is it didn't completely overwhelm me. Like, wow, I just can't imagine. And when I get a book hangover, I call it, where I can't read another book for a few days, those are 5 stars. But this one starts out with a lady that's just turned 60, and she's kind of like a Martha Stewart in New York, and she has a TV show, and she plans events, and she has a product line. So she's basically like a Martha Stewart, and she has her office and her studio where she films all her TV shows at this one big studio or this one big like tower building in New York City. And there is an NFL player that's retired from the football, but he's now a sports announcer, and he just turned 50 on the same day she turned 60, and they hook up together and they get together, and her daughter just turned 30 and ends up pregnant by a one-night stand. And the guy doesn't want anything to do with the baby because he's never wanted children because his childhood was so horrible. But he ends up coming around, and then they have a baby, and it ends with that birthday. So it centers around 1, 2, 3, 4 people's birthdays. That's why she called it Happy Birthday. But it was a good story, and it was a relaxing story. There was no violence to it. I mean, it was just a good story. So I give it a 4. So I know a lot of people don't like Danielle Steel. Now, people that tell me I will not read a Danielle Steel and have never read a Danielle Steel, then, yeah, I discredit you. But if you've read it and you don't like it, that's okay. Yes, when you've written over 250 books, they are going to kind of seem to go in the same genre. There's the same writing style, because that's one person writing those. I have read other people's. Nora Roberts kind of seemed to go the same. Anybody that writes a lot of books, Jodi Picoult, she writes a lot of books, and they might not be the same topic, but how she writes the book out is basically the same. You know, how Jodi Picoult writes long stories, just like Kristen Hanna. They write long books. And part of that, I feel like they could sum it up a little, but they carry it out a little. So anybody that writes consecutively a lot of books, they are going to have a style to their books. And so you may get tired of their books. I agree. But when I just want to relax and have a good read and just follow a normal story, Danielle Steel always comes through for me. So that is what I'm talking about today. So if you like Danielle Steel, read Happy Birthday. I'm talking to like Nona Grace because I know she really likes Danielle Steel. Nona Grace, I think you would really like Pegasus. And I know she read Royal and she really enjoyed it. And so far, so good on this one, The Dark Side. We'll see, you know. I don't like how Zoe's behavior is right now with her husband. But hopefully she gets through that. But we don't know. Maybe that's going to be part of The Dark Side. I don't know. We shall see. But anyways, I hope that you guys have a great day. And if you would like to join in on Thursday Booktober, please feel free to do so. We would love to have you join. Let myself or Daphne know that you have uploaded your video. Put the hashtag in, Thursday Booktube. But sometimes they don't come through. So if you let Daphne know that you have put a video up, she will go over and watch it, and then she will put you on the playlist, and I will try to get over to watch you as well. And I'm going to meet up with Daphne this weekend, We're going to have lunch at the Olive Garden together. So I'm excited for that. We're going to have Mrs. Peach from Thrifty Living join us. Martha Makes Art. Kim's Inspired Life. And we have a new friend meeting us, Nikki. And I think her channel's called Nikki's Crafty Corner. Something like that. But she's new to us. And Carol from Crinkled Path couldn't make it this time, darn it, but we miss her and we will see her at the next one. But yeah, we meet up about every 3 or 4 months and we have a great time and I can't wait to meet up with everybody. So you guys have a great day, take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.